Hi, everybody. Thanks for being here. Pull up a chair and let's talk about mediumship. As many of you know, I started this journey in January, literally with the Shift Network. Suzanne Giesman and Jean Else are hosting it. And was I sure I could become a medium? No, I wasn't sure I could become a medium. I mean, I never did it before. And the first 4 months, they focused on explaining to us and educating us and teaching us about psychic abilities. I began to realize that I must have always had psychic abilities. Was I a psychic? No, I'm not reading your future, but I'm an intuitive. I'm sensitive to your energy of your persona. Didn't know that that was kind of the same thing as psychic ability. And it's only been a month since I have been practicing mediumship readings. I practice with people in my class and some friends, and I'm always kind of like, okay, let's see what happens. Now, here's what I have learned, and I so honor this process. In the beginning, when I practiced the formula that we were taught, and somebody would come through, as we call it, I would think to myself, I got to be making this up. Like, this is ridiculous. And then through more understanding and more learning, I came to realize that people who have passed away are still people. People who have passed away are still people. And I don't want to disrespect, dishonor, or insult people, whether they are here or on the other side of the veil. So when I begin my my practice reading, I have this visualization that I do personally. It's been working for me. And when somebody taps me on the shoulder or comes through the crowd, I'm not going to turn to them and say, "Hey, I'm making you up." I'm going to say, "Welcome. I am here for you. What can I help you with? What would you like to convey to so and so that I'm sitting with right now?" Wow. So I want to give you a very specific reading I did, okay? Because I think it's just I could just cry actually when I think about the healing that takes place not only over there but here through making the connection. Now I'm a newbie. I'm a newbie, okay? But I'm still a medium because I've actually done it. I'm doing it. So I have this visualization that I do. I have the rising of the power, as they call it, to open up the senses. I know Suzanne Giesman talks about this all the time. I follow her. Of course I do. I read all her books. They're all over here. Amazing book. She's a great, fantastic writer. And the more I learn and the more I experience, the more warmth and sacred joy comes through. So my most recent reading I did was I was sitting with somebody who I never met because this class is on Zoom. So when they pair you up, you never know who you're going to be paired up with. And for sake of any other conversation, we'll just call her Sally. And so I'm reading Sally, and and I do my thought process of stepping into a crowded room. For me, it's a ballroom. I'm all dressed up, and I just simply move through the crowd saying, "Is anybody here for Sally? Would anybody like to speak to Sally? Does anybody have a message for Sally?" And lo and behold, this boy, I'm going to say he's like 16, 18 years old, steps out of the crowd. Oh, now I've never had a boy. I've had men and I've had grandparents, and but I don't think I've had somebody at this age, at this point. So it was a boy. It was like a double-digit boy. And I described him, and she said, yes, I can take that. And we like to not ask for a lot of information. We just want, yes, that resonates, or no, it doesn't, because we want to get the information from spirit, from the person in spirit, to convey what they're conveying. Now, in the past, I have actually have dropped into my going from my clairvoyant to my clairsentience, which is feeling. In the past, in other readings I have done, I have literally gotten nauseous. And I said, I sensed this was nausea from chemotherapy. And they said, yes. Oh my goodness. I was getting the physical feelings, belching feelings. With this boy, I could not get any physical sensation. So, excuse me, I'm learning to honor that which I see, feel, and hear. And I actually will even ask, it was interesting, I asked him what his name was. I didn't receive anything. I asked him how he passed, and all I got was, I don't want to talk about that. Okay, I'm here for you. I am here for you. And you know what? This girl took it. She said, you got about 90% of everything correct, everything you're saying. Oh, so how can I say this isn't real? I'm experiencing it. And by the way, it wasn't like I woke up one day and had an awakening. Okay? Some people are waiting for their message, their awakening. I actually had a colleague say, well, I'm not really a medium. I'm still waiting for my awakening. And I said, well, just FYI, I never had an awakening. I went to class, I learned, I educated the philosophy of mediumship, and then they said, okay, go do it. And I did it. I get up in the morning now and I say, group hug, group hug. I want mom and dad and Mama Betty and Papa Lyle and Pietro and my grandma, my nanny and my grandfathers and a group hug, my angels and my they call them inspirers. Like they say that Pietro would actually be an inspirer for me. And for those of you who don't know, Pietro is my late husband. He departed his body. He left this earth 10 years ago, and he's still here. I've been told by my practice readings when my colleagues do them on me, wow, he's never left your side. And I know it. I know that. In fact, he's around so much, I often forget that my now husband Jeff and my late husband Pietro actually never met. So it's so exciting. It feels so good to know there's no such thing as death. You don't get it finished and it never gets done. And we're here to learn. Stay tuned for some more adventures with Donna. Thanks for pulling up a chair. And if you have any comments, drop them below. And I'm not here to convince. I'm just here to share my own experience.